There's the play where LeBron changed it, went to his left hand, and then he showed off some of his gymnastic skills. Gets up and hustles back down the floor. That's a good job of getting back.
Time now to check in with the Access Sportsnet studio. It's the Jack in the Box halftime report.
Thank you, Billy and Stu. San Antonio, fun, exciting first half there, James. Both teams shooting well from beyond the arc.
Yeah, not a question. San Antonio's hanging in there. They're getting to the line. That's what's keeping them in the game. I think they're 11 for 18 from the line. Lakers got to stop fouling a little bit, keep their leads.
San Antonio made some nice adjustments from yesterday. Well, I mean, on the 30th, sorry about that. And so they're adapting to that. They're cutting out AD. They're trying to keep LeBron at the paint. So the adjustments have been made by one of the teams.
All right, Jack in the Box halftime report starts right after this. Hello again, alongside James Worthy and Robert Roy. I am Chris McGee. This is Jack in the Box halftime report. Let's get you up to San Antonio for the first half highlights. Frank Vogel and the Lakers on a second game of their two-game set with the Spurs. First quarter, Lakers down 1. LeBron's going to find Anthony Davis for the alley-oop. 15-14 Lakers. James, some great ball movement here. The result's going to be an AD reverse layup.
Yeah, I think everybody on the floor touched the ball right there. Pope, back out to Marcus Gasol. The shooter back to AD for the underneath reverse layup.
LeBron James, space, step back. Spurs lead 31-25 after the first quarter. Second quarter, Lakers down 5. Rob Kuz with 7 quick points here in the second.
Yeah, Kuz came out on fire. Pull-up jumper. You like to see when he just catch and shoot, he's becoming that guy.
And big game, we look at this again. LeBron up top, AD to catch and finish.
Well, that's one of his best plays of his career right there. You had it in New Orleans. LeBron knows it. Shooter's going to pick up on it soon, but there's the great LeBron James with the spin move and the contact.
LeBron, 15 points. Once again, he's over 10. 4 of 9, 4 assists. Dennis Schroeder with 9 and 3. AD, though, leading the way with 17, 7 of 14 from the field. More to come on the Jack in the Box halftime report. LeBron James with 15 points in the half. He's got a few minutes to go. Watch his Ohio State Buckeyes in action. We're back after this. New year, same place. After closing out 2020 in San Antonio, the Lakers and Spurs are back at it to ring in 2021. Happy New Year, Laker fan.
3, 2, 1. The Lakers are the world champions. Well, he puts it up and slams it. Magic down middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good!
Boy, was that a sensational pass by Magic.
Left, right hand, 12-footer. Worthy guys on his belly. Magic scores. Right side to Worthy.
Worthy's down the middle. He's in deep. Shows the Shaq. Slam dunk. To put the champagne away. And get out the bottled water. Because that's all we're going to drink on their way home. 3 straight championships.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Our goal is to win every night, and that's what it's all about.
Schroeder again attacks. Montrez cleans up. And that energy plus off the bench.
Game 2 of this 4-game road trip. Playing the Spurs once again, just about an hour away from tip-off on New Year's Day. It's 2021. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Chris McGee, big game, James Worthy, Robert Ory. We got Mike Bresnahan. We got Mike Trudell. Go ahead and put that on. Happy New Year, fellas. Big game, 2021. Here you go.
2021, baby.
New year.
I'm happy, man. It's a new year. Breath of fresh air. Time to move forward. Take care of some things.
Yeah.
Nice hat, Rob.
Bama once again rolling. Rob, I know you like to kick off your New Year's Day with that.
Hey, what better way to start out with an Alabama win, then we're going to get a Laker win.
Yeah.
It's a great New Year.
When you play Notre Dame, is it nice because you know you don't even have to sweat it? Like,
of
you don't
course.
Even have to worry.
You know, Notre Dame probably right now is so overrated. This program. I'm not. Oh, we're going to go on to something else. I want
Time to talk some Laker basketball.
That looks good on you.
That looks good, by the way.
It looks good on you backwards, too. You
some news right out of the gate. Coming off a 26-point game on his 36th birthday, LeBron James, originally listed as questionable with left ankle soreness. He is going to play tonight. Every time LeBron hits the court, there's another record. He has 1,000 consecutive games
with 10 or more points. Let's dive in a little deeper on that one. The longest streaks with 10 or more in NBA history. LeBron is leading, and it's not even really close. Michael Jordan is below him at 866 consecutive games, followed by Kareem, the mailman, and KD. He's been on this streak since January 6, 2007. After the win against the Spurs, LBJ discussed his approach to every game.
I just go out and try to prepare and be the best every night when I step on the floor. And if I'm in uniform, I got to do things to help our team win. Not the scoring, rebounding, defending, assisting, doing the little things, and just be available for my teammates, throughout the course of the game when I'm on the floor and also on the bench. And I've been fortunate enough to do that in my career for the majority of it. I give a lot of credit to my teammates and my coaching staffs that I've had over the course of my career that has allowed me to be who I am and allowed me to use my influence, for the better of the team as well.
Brad continued on his own record with 1,000 straight games, 10 more points tonight. What's it like having a teammate that you know that you have the consistency, and there's more that he does than just scoring, but knowing you're going in to play a game and you're like, okay, well, I have this, and then we can build from there.
That's good because we're able to build a team and build our, our schemes around it. When we have a guy who who's going to consistently score at least 10 points, consistently, get assists and pass the ball, and a guy who's going to consistently rebound, then we know what we have, and we're able to build on it and be able to make our schemes and make adjustments based off of that. So it's good when you have a consistent player, and it just makes our jobs a lot easier.
LeBron and I know we talked about this in the post-game show just a couple days ago, 1,000 straight games with 10 or more points. I mean, it's incredible, really. And it's not just incredible because of the 10 points, but he's always available. Big game. That's one thing we see with LeBron. And when he plays, he delivers every time.
Yeah, the one thing I heard from his interview there was I prepare. There's a lot that goes into that statement. I prepare. He always prepares no matter what. This first season here, he only played 55 games. They called him old, wrote him off. What did he do? He got back in the lab, started preparing again, getting his body ready, getting his mind ready.
Wash King.
And, he also prepares. I heard him say when he's available to play, he's always willing to get what he has. I think even if he's not playing, I think he set the tone for what the team is supposed to do and how they're supposed to play. He's always leading, whether he's on the floor or whether he's, on the bench. So, yeah, I think the key word for him is preparation. So I'm not surprised at what his record has shown us over time. Getting to the finals as many times as he has, you're going to break some records if you continue to play that well.
Yeah, the crazy part about this is nobody will say anything if this was the one guy in the league that says, oh, I need to load manage. Because he's played more minutes than anybody. He's played more playoff games than anybody. And he has the right to load manage because he's carried his team. It's not like he's one of those guys that are coming off the bench, not playing significant. He's out there for 30-plus minutes. So you got to really take your hat off to him and say, good job, guy, for all the time you prepare your body to be in this league because it's a grind. I think about it, James. You and I still hurt, and we don't even play no more.
Hurt right now. And, he's had some good players around him. Irving in Cleveland. I'm not trying to take away from the supporting cast, but for the most part, he's done it all by himself, leading teams. He hadn't had that three-headed monster that Golden State had, or, the team that you guys had. He did a lot in Cleveland. Of course, in Miami, he had a little help. But in Cleveland and, now he's got AD, he's got a good duo.
9 out of 10 years in the finals. It's crazy. And then the shortest offseason in history, and here he is keeping it all going. Listen, the Lakers playing the Spurs once again. I know it's unusual during the regular season, but in the playoffs, it's the norm, and we saw it just a couple of months ago, James. What's kind of the advantage for a team when you play them 2 times in a row? What kind of adjustments are you seeing?
Well, the Lakers, snapped back from a loss, so, they were able to come into San Antonio prepared. I think the one thing is, a lot about their strengths, and it's hard to make major adjustments this quickly. So you pretty much go into it the game plan. San Antonio without Marcus Aldridge, I mean, they were really hurting. So I expect them to really dig deep in the paint more, try to utilize that. Take advantage of the 3-point when they have spacing. But I expect them to get out and run, take advantage of points in the paint because they're bigger, I think. And, Montrez, I think, is a player, too, that I think can do a little bit of domination inside.
Yeah, the thing about playing a team back-to-back is like in the playoffs. You can make adjustments. You can see, okay, this is what we need to do better because they pretty much dominated Spurs, but they could play better. There's room for improvement. And if you want to be a championship team, these are times that you say, hey, guys, let's exploit this, let's exploit that to make us better. So I'm looking at them to do what James just said, go inside and use Montrez because Montrez, even though he got a couple of shots blocked, he was still a beast in the paint.
All right, let's get you to Lakers reporter Mike Trudell, who joins us live down the hall to get you ready for the first game of 2021. Happy New Year's. Mike, how we doing?
Hey, Happy New Year to you guys. Nice to see you from, what are you, about 40 feet away through the walls here? Yeah, around there. All right, here in the green room. It's nice to see everybody as well. And with Frank Vogel, the thing that I wanted to start with him on was just what's the impact that Marc Gasol has had on the early season offense? You think that the Lakers, of course, last year did not have a stretch option at the 5 position, and it does seem to be helping things in terms of shot making, moving the basketball, some things that Big Spain is, of course, pretty good at. So here's Frank Vogel on that topic and others moments ago.
Yeah, I mean, both of those things, like you said, him being out there as a shooter has helped us, but also, the space that he gives us allows us to get in the paint with more ease. And, when you have a 5 out, ball handlers just have more space to make better decisions. So I think that is part of it.
And then to follow up on Dan's point, I know it's not a playoff setting, but is it harder to beat a team twice in a row just for human nature elements that are going to come into play?
Yeah, I think it absolutely